week ahead of 4th of July, and you are once again doing a very creative spin on a traditional dish here.
Yeah, you got to keep it fresh and new.
Oh yeah. For the 4th of July, apple pie is always a great way to go. So I wanted to put my twist on it from a recipe out of my cookbook, Get Your Grub On. It seems like a lot of ingredients, but I promise you it's very easy to do. It's basically just mixing everything together and baking it up. You know?
This is an apple quinoa cobbler, we're calling it.
Yes.
It does look like it could be very complex if you're looking at it from the outside, but it is just a few ingredients. So let's do a quick recap of what we threw all together here.
So I had my sous chefs over here. By the way, y'all are great sous chefs because we put some apples together with a little bit of some seasonings, a little vanilla, a little bit of some butter. While that was going on, we put our quinoa together. Now, normally when you think of quinoa, you think very savory, but in this case, we made it a little savory, a little bit sweet, and we put it all together. Now, normally you would bake it off, but of course, you know, since we don't have an oven here at the studio, we had to improvise just a little bit. But this is what we ended up with, and this is great to either put in a big old casserole dish, or if you're having people come over, make individual portions.
Now, if you are going to bake it off, what temp and how long?
I recommend doing 325 for about 45 to 50 minutes, just to make sure that your apples cook through, because we're not pre-cooking our apples, only because I still like to have a little bit of bite to it, you know?
Right. And it gives you that, when you cook it that long, it gives that apple that soft bite there.
Yes, it does give it the apple flavor. You get a little bit of crunch out of it. And of course, by adding all the seasonings, the vanilla and all that, it really complements the flavors of the apples. My other favorite part is we're not really adding sugar to it because you have a little honey, and then the sweetness of the apple just go hand in hand.
Oh my goodness.
Natural.
Well, I'm so excited. We got to test this out. We were talking about it earlier this week that this is what you were going to be making, and I'm not going to lie, I was a little skeptical because I like
quinoa. Reservations.
I like quinoa, but I've never really heard about it in a dessert before.
Yeah.
But that with the so there's macadamia nuts in this too. The apples sweetened with vanilla and cinnamon.
Does smell amazing.
And then it smells just delicious.
And then you have just a little bit of lime juice to brighten it all up and really tie it all together. Now, this recipe, again, very easy to do. I will be putting up my YouTube channel, a video of this recipe, just to kind of show you how easy it is. So just because it sounds like a lot of ingredients, trust me, I like to just keep it simple, break it down to where it's like, let's mix this together, let's mix this together, put it together, and
Yeah, and Chef, we said too, if you didn't want to use apples, you could use a bunch of different fruits too to put this all
cobblers
together. So
come in all sorts of fruits and varieties, and that's what I like about cobblers.
Well, guys, impress your friends this weekend. Make them an apple quinoa cobbler, and yeah, everyone's going to love it. Thank you, Chef. Coming up on Good Morning.